I started off my job being my hobby, and therefore I did it every day, and then one day I got paid for it and it became my job.
Carrying on the momentum, I think that's the biggest challenge for any artist. You know, like to get up to a stadium level for any artist is kind of the peak, but then the challenge from there is staying at that level, you know, to remain at stadium level, to keep releasing records that not necessarily are hits, but just connects with people, you know. I've never been worried about my records selling millions of copies, but I have been really intent on writing songs that come from me.
It's okay to be weird. Ed Sheeran's most heartwarming speech. Maintaining momentum is an artist's hardest difficulty. Getting to a stadium level is every artist's dream, but keeping it is the challenge. Don't stop releasing albums that don't necessarily sell well. I've always cared about writing songs that come from me, yet belong to people when they go out. Then they'll see the shows. I regard an album as a commercial for a show. Buy the album, download it or stream it, and then think, I want to see him live. So I saw Damien Rice in concert and mentioned it in a song. I stated I wouldn't stop. My name's in lights stadium heights with Damien Rice writing 1 million songs, performing 1 million shows, and now doing something similar. But it comes from writing a song a day, or 2 songs a day, or 5 songs a day, 6 shows a day. If you consider it a dirty tap, it'll flow water for a long time before it cleans up, and you'll get a little, but as long as it goes out. Fine, so you'll write tunes. Writing a song is like playing a performance. You'll always play bad first, but get better with practice. You've got everything now, so write 10,000 songs. Stuttering, eh? I tried various unsuccessful speech therapy. So I had a homeopathic, which is like plants. My dad bought me my first Eminem record. I recall Uncle Jim. I told my dad Eminem was the next Bob Dylan. So it helped me get rid of my stammer. And then I just kept on with its music. And that's what I suppose I wanted to communicate in my speech. You're set. I hear the kids in treatment, and it's not stuttering. Even if you have abnormalities, don't worry about it. Regular and cool people I went to school with. He told Eminem earlier that he was a cool school kid. So it's true.
And I just found I didn't really have any purpose outside of that. Because when I was giving myself fixed time off of like, no work, I wasn't doing anything I enjoyed because I love doing music. And this has actually given me purpose and something in life that's actually more important than my job. So I just say the more and more you can do, you put in your 10,000 hours, write as many songs as possible, gig as much as possible, always be nice to people because that is how the music industry works now. It doesn't work on who's the best, it works on who's got the best music and who's the nicest. That's why the people at the top of the chart, that's why Gary Barlow's been big for so many years because he's such a lovely bloke. Everyone wants to help him out, Ollie Murs. Fantastic, he's really nice to everyone. That's why it works, whereas you see certain singers who may not be nice to everyone and then they have a slow decline. I don't know, but yeah, I'd say be nice, write songs, do gigs. Do you know, it was a lot of work putting into this album. It was about 4 years of lots of crisis moments of like, this is really rubbish and I need to redo it and everything. So I'm just happy it's out and I can move on to the next thing. Bad Habits is a song I didn't really know how it would go. I find when I'm putting out a first single, it always has to be a risk and you always have to feel uncomfortable putting it out. And I remember when I put it out, my whole fan base collectively went, I don't know if we like this. And over the last few months, it's, you know, it came out in June and it's still top 10 now and it's growing and growing and growing.
More the real life stuff, like the real life moments. I got married to my wife in a tiny, tiny chapel with pretty much no one there, and we lit loads of candles, and it was like the middle of January, really cold, dark outside, and we just got married at night, went back and had a curry. The most like real memory I have, and then holding my child for the first time and stuff like that in my 10 years, I feel like they're the memories that will stick forever. When I think about career, I can, you know, there are obviously things that are fun. Did they matter as much in the long run, you know?
I was never in music videos. So my whole first album, I'm in like split seconds of the videos. I'm just like a little cameo because I always saw myself as not a pop star. I never saw myself as being the person who's on a poster. I made music for the radio, not necessarily to make music videos. And then when it came to thinking out loud, and I was like, I know this song could be really, really big, and I don't want to hold it back by not being in the video, and I want to do something that makes it go viral, because that was the thing back then, make a viral music video.
And I was like, what would be most surprising for people to see, which would be me dancing. So I learned to dance, and that song blew up from that. And then from there, I've just wanted to be in music videos, doing things that would surprise people. So with Shivers, it was lots of wacky outfits. Like, I'm not really a wacky dresser, although I do have my